Followed by Mrs. Brown's Boy. Sondheim next down on the inside. Around them, coming around them deep there is Stockyard Gossip. And the Hot Pot back last of all. No more though than about 4 lengths and starting to work through the bridle Enticing Star. Well, as they come around the home corner, Cloak and Dagger set sail for the judge. Tackled immediately though by Box on Lucy, who races up and heads it. In behind the Mrs. Brown's Boy. Now Pike is going through a narrow opening here with the favourite, and it's got them in the twinkling of an eye. Enticing Star down to the 150. Accelerates away. It's 2, it's 3, it's coming away from Ryan, a Box on Lucy, Mrs. Brown's Boy, and is going to blow them away. Enticing Star, she might be an exciting star in the making, this filly. Beat Box on Lucy, Mrs. Brown's Boy, Ryama, then Sondheim, followed by Stockyard Gossip, and after leading, it had compounded to run last, Cloak and Dagger. Number 6, Enticing Star, has won comfortably again, just given one little reminder there, just to switch on. Pike went through a reasonably narrow opening here for such an inexperienced filly, but she went up on the rails there to win at Pinjarra Park. She's got very good race sense. She went from virtually being last in that field of 7 to hitting the front within 250 metres, and the race was over. It was just going to be determined by margin at the finish. Box on Lucy is second ahead of Mrs. Brown's Boy, and Ryama in 4th placing. $1.30 and $1.04 Enticing Star. Box on Lucy, $11 for the place. There won't be a third though for Mrs. Brown's Boy. So 2 for 2. In the cerise and white, Peters Investments colours, Enticing Star, a filly by Testarossa from the more than ready mare favourite Star, and trained by Team Williams, William Pike, adding another Metropolitan winner to his growing CV for 2016-17, and en route now to another Jockey's Premiership. Second home, Box on Lucy first up. It's been a solid run by the filly. She's a Dick Turpin out of Lovely Lucy for the Boys Business Syndicate, managed by G. Manley, Steve Wolfe and Dave Smith. Sean McGruddy, the rider for Stephen Wolfe, and third placing going the way of Mrs. Brown's Boy, number 4 by Discourcy from M.G. Brown, Shane Ewing, John King, Anne King, N. King, the owners, trained by Anne King, ridden by Alan Kennedy. 3 1/4 and tucked away late in the race there, just allowed to idle down to the post. A long head second and third in 1:26.77, and it was a 35.10 closing sectional. So another comfortable victory here, changing stride a bit late in the race there, getting over that soft 5 ground there. Still very, very new at the business, but at the same time, very exciting indeed, Enticing Star. Race 2, the King's Troop at Taunton Vale Maiden. 12.57 over 1400 comes up next. Number 2 there at 5 is the Scratching. Let's head down now to the yard and we'll find out a bit more about this up-and-coming filly who's made it 2 very easy wins from as many starts, Adam.
Very comfortable start there for this Enticing Star, this filly by Testarossa. She looks to have a fair bit of class. Grant, can you still get excited about horses coming through with the amount of good ones you've trained recently?
Yeah, you always do. Don't get me wrong about that. She was doing it a bit tough early, needed to get put away. She was a bit of a slow mature, and like Bob does, he just puts them away, gives them time, and she's starting to repay.
You can have a look at it now, as you said, for a slow mature. She just seems to be doing everything so well, was able to relax today again and really let down when Pikey asked. And even that gap he went through was pretty tight.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, watch that and you just go, wow. But, you know, she's still doing a bit wrong early. She's off the bridle a little bit, but when she works it out, she grabs the bridle, she's got a good turn of foot. With
that patience that you mentioned, Bob has already shown, do you expect him to keep doing that through her racing career and just go through the grades slowly?
Yeah, I think she'll tell us, like, what we can do this prep. I'm not sure, I haven't spoken to Bob about what we're going to do, but I think he'd probably be happy for a few runs to get put into her while the tracks have got a bit of giving him in that. And yeah, like I say, he'll make the plans for her, but we'll just get through this one and see what happens.
A beautiful day like this, you must be really happy having one in the first and 2 in the last.
Yeah, well, what else would you want to do?
What about Regal Class today? Just didn't seem to handle those soft conditions last start. What are you expecting today?
Expecting improvement. I was really disappointed with her last start race. I thought she looked like the winner on the turn and she just stopped. So, yeah, I would want to see some improvement.
All right, well done, mate, and look forward to seeing both of yours in the last.
Thanks a lot.
We'll grab William Pike now as well. Pike, can you just tell us about that race a little bit there? Through the early stages, they walked. You looked like you got checked before the turn as well, and then she had to really reset.
I did. There was a bit of kerfuffle up front. As impressive as she is, when you've still got a lot of work to do, I've got to start getting her out a bit cleaner and doing the first half of the race right. You can't rely on one half of your race to be winning them, so She's very nice and very impressive, but we still got some work to do.
What goes through your mind when you're on such a nice filly and a short price favourite when that check does come? Is it again just about making sure she's balanced and hasn't taken too much hindrance from that?
The fact she's $1.70 goes out the window the moment we jump. You know, it's less than ideal, that's for sure. You just try and deal with it best you can at the moment. I didn't deal with it very well just then, so yeah, she's just good and got me out of trouble.
Punching her through a tight gap as well, is that all part of the education process as well?
No, that's just the way it eventuated. It's definitely not ideal for a $1.70 favourite. But the little smack at the end to make sure we found the line is just to make sure we don't get complacent in the run to the line and make sure we do take something out of it.
I won't tell you she jumped at $1.24. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
There's William Pike, winning jockey for the first. Enticing Star. Looks to be a very nice one from this family again, and looking forward to seeing where she progresses to.